You're watching 48 Fastcast.
Good afternoon on this Wednesday. I'm Margot Gray with your 48 Fastcast. We start with breaking news right now circulating across the nation. Charlie Kirk, a well-known conservative political activist, was just shot at an event on a Utah college campus. Kirk was speaking at Utah Valley University when he was shot. Right now, his condition is critical. A video capturing that event showed Kirk bleeding heavily from an apparent gunshot wound near his neck area. As soon as he was shot, his security team took him away from that campus. A suspect is in custody and there are no reports of any other injuries. This is a developing story, and of course we'll have more for you as that information comes in on his condition and an update on that suspect. Now let's turn to Huntsville, where for the first time we're seeing video of the last known public sighting of missing realtor Ronald Dumas Jr. So this is surveillance video we just obtained. It shows Dumas shortly after 10 o'clock the night he was last seen, walking into the Mid-City liquor store. One of the women in the video is identified as Sabrina Chambers. This is one of the suspects in his disappearance. The other woman is Kalisha McKinney, who was found dead in Tennessee shortly after Dumas was reported missing. The video goes on to show Dumas answering his phone before walking out of that store with those two women. WAFF 48's Callie Neese spoke to Dumas' family regarding this surveillance video and its release. Of course, we'll have those details for you coming up in our 4 o'clock newscast.
I knew that was going to happen. Muted mic. All right. Another hot afternoon. You know, you could probably read my lips and know exactly what was going on because it's just quiet out there. Here's a look right now at the Parkway. 85 degrees there. Overall looking good. Temperature-wise, we are in the 80s across the board. 87, the warm spot out in Muscle Shoals. We will likely get close to 90 tomorrow. 89, we'll go with that. 91 Friday, 91 Saturday. So this is the beginning of us warming up. It's going to be very dry as we go into next week. At least the morning hours are comfortable, and so are the evenings. We'll take a look at that 10-day forecast coming up.
All right, well, one person is hurt after a house fire this morning in Owens Crossroads. So this is video of the aftermath of that fire, which started around 5 o'clock this morning. Crews from Owens Crossroads, New Hope, Heel Mountain, all of those fire departments rushed to this home on Winstead Circle. Upon arrival, they found that house fully engulfed. The fire was put out quickly, but one person is seriously burned. They were rushed to Huntsville Hospital before being transported to the UAB Burn Center. The cause of this fire is under investigation. Well, a new rec center is on its way to the River City. We'll get an update for you on construction after the break. All right, so the Hartselle community is rallying around the community in Hartselle to support the families of those hurt and killed in that crash over the weekend involving a police pursuit. Earlier this week, Scooters Coffee announced it is donating 25% of its profits from today to the families of Tristan Hollis and 3 other teens injured in the crash. So far, they've already raised more than $3,000 in just a few hours. 17-year-old Tristan Hollis was killed when a police chase from Priceville carried over into Hartselle, and the suspect fleeing from police crashed into the car with those teens. The manager says today's donations are a complete blessing and are hoping to raise more before Scooters closes at 8 tonight. Well, now to the Decatur area, where city leaders are giving us an update on a new rec center. The center will be located at Wilson Morgan Park and will feature basketball courts and an Olympic-sized pool. Parks and Rec Director Alan Hunter says as construction is hitting the halfway mark, he's hoping this project will encourage the people of Decatur to become more active.
Go back to the 70s, and our city's put a lot of time, effort, and resources into recreation. But with that, we've grown outdated in a lot of our facilities. We've kind of, other cities around us they've put in new infrastructure. And this is something that now I think Decatur can finally say that we're reinvesting in recreation and we're bringing new technology and new infrastructure to the city, which gives our citizens something to be proud of.
By the way, that new rec center set to finish up and complete construction by next summer.
Now, your first alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis.
More of the same the rest of the week. Current temperatures mid-80s, even some upper 80s out there. We'll likely see 90 in a few spots tomorrow. Madison looking good here on I-565 and Zert Road. Traffic picking up a little bit. It'll pick up a lot more here within the next hour as we begin the afternoon commute. Here are the temperatures. 80s across the board, 81 comfortable in Fort Payne. Another look at the nation here. We've got a disturbance out here north of San Francisco. That's really the only thing going on out west. And around here, we've got a weak disturbance coming in tomorrow. Doubtful it'll bring us any significant rain. In fact, we're just going to keep it dry. I just don't see it raining significantly anywhere, at least for the next 10 days. Daily planner, 80 by 11 o'clock in the morning, 88 at 3. Highs right around 90 degrees again tomorrow. Here's a look at noon tomorrow. Just a speck showing up here and there. Overall, not much. Not really impressed with the chance of rain at all. Very dry air in place, so that's going to really cancel out any chance we get. As we go into the morning hours on Friday, guess what? We start in the low to mid 60s again, and we warm up into the low 90s with no rain. Here's the drought monitor. This area, moderate drought here you see from Florence to the north up into southern middle Tennessee. We will get the new update tomorrow, and most likely all of us will be yellow, and we'll see that moderate drought dropping east southeast, and it will get even worse throughout next week. Rain chances 10%. I'm actually going to take that back out of the forecast. I just don't see anything happening tomorrow. If you get a stray shower, consider yourself lucky. Here's your 10-day forecast. 91 Friday, 91 Saturday, and then we get back to 95 or so. Probably looking at more low to mid 90s Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, but no sign of rain in sight. I'll take another look at that forecast guidance for you before the 4 o'clock news.
All right, sounds good. Get that 10% out of there. We don't even need it, right? So that will do it for today's 48 Fastcast. Of course, we'll be back here online in just a few minutes with Before the 4 with AJ Weiss, and then you can join us at WAFF 48 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 for your top stories throughout the day. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a safe Wednesday afternoon.